I've had information that you're flying that drone over this backyard.
All right,
okay. So you're under arrest at the moment, okay?
Welcome to Noxium, where police power meets public accountability.
This episode is brought to us by the Torinator. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, the Torinator is flying his drone outside a police station, completely within the law. When officers arrive and immediately demonstrate they have no understanding of the very laws they are supposed to enforce, without identifying a single offense or pointing to any legal restriction, the situation escalates rapidly from a peaceful hobby to the click of handcuffs. What follows is a staggering display of confident ignorance, powers asserted without the slightest legal foundation and questions repeatedly avoided. The encounter ends exactly the way these situations so often do, with an arrest that will never hold up in court.
Just ask what you're doing, please.
What do you mean? What you doing?
Well, I'm at work. I'm a police officer.
I'm at work. So... I'm not a police officer, but I'm at work.
Right, okay. Just
wait, can I ask a question?
Yes.
What are you coming out mob-handed for? Has anyone committed any crimes? Done anything wrong?
I don't know yet until I've spoken to you. Because I've had some information that you've been flying a drone over the backyard.
Would that be a criminal offence if we had?
Yes.
It would. And what
not because you've flown it over the backyard, because you're not allowed to fly drones within a certain distance of buildings.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Off it on.
Yeah.
So you know the drone legislation, do you? Because by the sounds of that statement you've just made, I'd say you don't know what you're on about, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But another question for you. Are you videoing?
Yes.
Can you tell me why you haven't told me? Because
it's written here.
Well, I'm dyslexic, sir.
Okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay because it's all right saying it's... How do you know I can read? How do you know I'm not short-sighted?
All right.
It's not all right. It's not okay.
I've just started speaking to you, haven't I?
Aye.
All right.
The opening exchange exposes the precise moment professional policing descends into pure guesswork. The officer begins with a confident claim that flying over the yard is a criminal offense, only to immediately retreat into an improvised argument about proximity that has no legal foundation whatsoever. That sudden shift is a major red flag. It demonstrates that he is not enforcing the law, he is inventing it in real time to justify his own discomfort. The instant he admits he does not actually understand the legislation, his legal authority effectively collapses. Yet despite this, he continues pressing forward with a level of stubbornness that completely sidesteps even the most basic professional standards.
The first thing you should have done, excuse me, you're talking over me now.
The issue is that I've had information that you're flying that drone over this backyard.
All right,
okay. So you're under arrest at the moment, okay?
Wow.
You don't have to say anything but me, how many defence mentioned questions that we shall on court and you do say it and be given evidence, sorry?
Okay. I'll tell you now, the law, the drone legislation is anything under 240...
One of the males at the moment, they'll establish what's going on. If we could have another car here, please.
So am I detained or arrested?
No, you're under arrest.
Right, wait there, mate, because this is a couple of £100 worth of fucking equipment, right? And don't you be breaking it. You break any of this, right, and you'll be paying for it. All right, don't snatch off me. Right? I won't. I'll do it in my own time, when I want, how I want. You're getting sold for it, you know.
Okay.
Believe.
That's fine.
So what's your grounds for arresting me then?
Sorry?
What's your grounds?
I'll get to the ground in a minute, alright?
Don't touch me, mate.
Okay.
No, you've arrested me, so tell me what for?
To prevent any harm, okay?
Any harm of what?
To prevent harm, because I don't know what... I need to establish what you're doing, okay?
Well, if you'd have asked, I'd have told you.
This is a police station, okay?
This is the exact moment where professional confusion turns into outright recklessness. By immediately resorting to physical force, seizing equipment, and applying handcuffs before even explaining that a detention is taking place, let alone providing lawful grounds for it, the officer abandons procedure in favor of a panic-driven display of authority. This is not policing. It is a complete breach of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, which requires officers to clearly state their grounds before depriving a citizen of their liberty. The officer's dismissive response of, "That's fine," when confronted with the prospect of legal action perfectly highlights a deeply toxic institutional indifference. He understands full well that it will not be his own pocket paying for his incompetence, but the taxpayer footing the bill once again.
Yeah, miss, what's what you done with that,
I've been informed by another police officer that you're flying a drone over the backyard, okay?
Right.
I don't know what your intentions are, okay?
Okay. Haven't you had the letter off the NCC? Huh?
What?
You haven't had the memo, have you? You fucked up, mate. Let's put it that way. You have fucked up.
Well, if I've mucked up, I've mucked up, okay?
You fucked up. Them are thinking of me, can you loosen them, please? Can you all identify yourself?
My call number is 195.
I can't read, I've already told you that.
My call number is 1959.
Go on then, miss.
PCSO 5628.
5628. Where are you based at, miss?
Right here.
Right there. Okay.
6928 basic.
Yourself, sir.
9078 basic.
Okay. Now what?
9078.
88.
Yep.
What have you ate for your dinner, like? No, but that, it's mad the way you say 8, you know. It is. Because, like, 8 to me is like, I've just ate my dinner. What about you? Behind me? Clarence? Tyrant features. What about you? Will you put that back on my shoulder, please?
Sorry?
Don't be sorry, just be careful, because you haven't been up an hour, have you?
You what,
you
sorry?
fucked up, you, big time.
Well, that's fine.
No, it's not fine, sir, because that's why people like me come here.
The officer's justification eventually falls apart into the empty excuse of not knowing your intentions. That is not a lawful basis for arrest. It is an admission that no actual crime exists. If simply being uncertain about someone's thoughts were enough to justify detention, then every citizen in the country could be arrested on the spot. The Torinator exposes this immediately, correctly pointing out that uncertainty is not the same thing as reasonable suspicion. The final blow comes with the officer's complete ignorance of the NPCC guidance, which explicitly states that filming in public is not suspicious behavior and does not justify police interference. That blank stare says everything. It reveals the real danger here: power being exercised by individuals who have no understanding of the very rules designed to prevent this kind of bullying and abuse of authority. Before we continue, there's something I've been building over the past few months alongside a small team. It's called Under Watch because, whether people like it or not, the legal landscape in this country is changing rapidly. Police powers are broad, enforcement is aggressive, new legislation arrives constantly, and most people only discover what they don't understand once they are already caught in the middle of a situation. Under Watch is built to ensure you understand the system you are living under at all times. Inside the platform are more than 100 fully interactive legal guides, not just pages to read, but systems where you make decisions and see how those choices impact your legal safety, escalation risk, and evidential position. StopBot is integrated directly into the platform, a policing-focused AI designed specifically around UK law. It breaks down police powers and legal thresholds in a clear and accessible way. In guide mode, it acts like a teacher, expanding on the material and reinforcing your understanding so you are never left second-guessing yourself. There is also a daily UK policing news feed focused on real incidents, operational changes, crime developments, and frontline activity, alongside exclusive in-depth articles from me analyzing police misconduct cases, upcoming legislation, and what these changes actually mean in practice. Then there are the protection tools: a live drone safety map with NOTAM awareness, a civil claim checker to assess potential liability, a police complaint generator, a subject access request builder, and even more features currently being rolled out. This platform is not built around outrage. It exists because confidence in policing across the UK is at an all-time low, and people need to remain informed, prepared, and protected. It launches soon at an affordable monthly price. If you want to see everything properly when it goes live, the Underwatch channel is linked below in the description.
Tighten it off, you've got no warrant. You've got no warrant to tell me.
Okay,
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't turn it off.
I've got mine
Do not
on.
turn it off.
Okay, so I don't need a...
Back. I'm stood outside Washington. So I was arrested. Took all the way to Sunderland, guys. They took me all the way to Sunderland. But listen, the two cops that come and got me, I swear down, I've never met two coppers like that in my life. Proper sounders. You know, they got me in front of the custody sergeant and they looked into it and basically they were like, "What you doing here?" So it didn't okay for me to be detained, and I was let go. We came back to Washington and he come down and gave me a piece of paper and said, "We're keeping you." I said, "Listen, give me my equipment back. Everyone's a winner, so everyone's learned something. You've learned something, I've learned something. You know, I'm trying to be nice to get me." Anyway, I've got my equipment back. And what it is, and that's why we do what we do, guys, because of people like him who you've just...
The ultimate proof of this institutional failure is not found in the heated exchanges, but in the settlement check the force was eventually compelled to hand over. Police departments do not pay out over professional conduct. They pay when an officer's own recorded words and actions make any meaningful legal defense impossible. Looking back at the encounter, The entire situation was a chaotic reversal of proper procedure, where control was prioritized over clarity at every stage. The handcuffs came before any lawful grounds were explained. The detention was only announced after the fact, and the search was mentioned only once the individual's liberty had already been taken away. Even the officer's weak attempt to establish intent was nothing more than a desperate effort to cover the reality that no identifiable offense had ever existed in the first place. When the officer reached to shut off the camera, he was not protecting a secure facility. He was attempting to conceal the complete collapse of his own authority. In the end, the Torinator walked away with no charges, no paperwork, and no further action, proving that the arrest resolved absolutely nothing. It simply fell apart under even the slightest level of legal scrutiny. This was an expensive embarrassment that perfectly demonstrates what happens when police powers are exercised without even a basic understanding of the law. Ultimately, it is the taxpayer who ends up paying for an officer's ego. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It genuinely helps support my independent coverage. Also, make sure to check out the Torinator. His channel is linked in the description below, so go and show him some support. Thanks for watching.